What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mac Mall back with another episode of Not the Shop Podcast. Today we doing something different, man. Tonight, man, it's fellas night. Man, we got the guys in the house, man. I left the ladies at home and gave them a break, We gonna do it manly tonight, you know what I'm saying? It's highly anticipated, but before we get into this episode, I want y'all to smash that sub button, man. Run them likes up, run them views up. I need y'all to comment so our material will hit the algorithm. And man, y'all just keep on supporting what we do, man. Today I got my boy, the Doctor 101 in the house.
Oh yeah. We up in here. Yep.
You dig? I got my boy, not your usual pastor. You dig?
Yes, sir.
King Tim in the building.
I'm here, man.
And I got my boy, man, one of my longtime homies in the building, man. Brian, man. What's good with you, my boy?
What's good, everybody?
And today, y'all, believe it or not, I got my son on the panel. Money Team Male.
You know we back in the building, man.
You dig, you dig.
That.
And we got an extra guest today that come from, where we come from. And he gonna chime in with us. My boy Silk, say what up.
Won't he do it?
You dig.
Yes, he will.
Know that.
So y'all remember, man, y'all hit them subs, man, run these likes up, man. We on our way to 10K. Man, welcome to Fellas Night. What's up, gentlemen? How y'all doing, man?
Man, ready for it.
Man, we good, man. Before we get started, man, I want to raise up the toast. Today is a special day for us, man. Today makes 1 year of the podcast. This is our
man,
1 year
that's love.
anniversary.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Bottles up. I appreciate everybody that came out, man. I appreciate everybody who support us, man. We a year in, man, and we just gonna keep building, man.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Show that.
You dig. Okay. So today, fellas, man, the first question I have today, man, because obviously there's a lot of podcasts that they talk about the issues with men and women, and a lot of men get on these podcasts and say, well, the women this and the women that. And I don't really see a lot of men taking accountability for us as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Now, we all understand because we all date women. We know there's some issues there. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we don't talk a lot about the fact that men have issues too. And a lot of men don't deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men look for comfort. They look for love. They look for a lot in a woman. Instead of fixing themselves, they pour all their shit on the woman. You know what I'm saying? And so today I want to talk about, like, coming from y'all, how do y'all feel about the men today, and what do you think we should do or we could do as men to change our circumstance? And I'm gonna start with you, Butter.
Raise them. Raise them. Like right now, you got a lot of men. They act like girls. Not to try to switch it off to the women like that, but I mean, a lot of men are being raised by women, and it's hard for them to understand a male point of view if the male is absent. You see what I'm saying? So the best thing I would tell people is, come on, man, start taking care of y'all kids. Start taking care of y'all kids, man. Be there for y'all kids, because it's ugly out here, and the world will eat them up. You know what I'm saying? And I could tell you that from a real dark place, from a horrible experience. They need you. They need you. They want you. I know a lot of guys, they was in single households. Like right now, probably more than a little bit, probably don't even know their father. See what I'm saying? Probably don't even know him. So how can you expect a man to act like a man when he not there? So come on, man. Real men stand up, man. Take care of y'all kids. You know what I'm saying? Quit blaming the woman. I know they hard to deal with, but just like I want these women to take accountability, and I'm so hard on them, I'm going to need men to do that too. I'm going to need y'all to take accountability for y'all part in it as well. And it's real simple, by taking care of your fucking kids.
What you got to say, man? We going to go around the table, man.
It's funny because the foundation of the world starts with the man. God made it that way. We ain't choose it like that. That's the way that he actually made it. when he created Adam, and he gave man the responsibility before he gave him the woman. And a lot of people don't. The problem, to me, the problem is a lot of men have identity crisis. We struggle with culturalistic things. We struggle with not knowing what we're supposed to be doing. A lot of people don't know their purpose. A lot of men don't even know what their gifts are. You know, so when you don't know those things, you don't even know who you are as a man or as a person. And until you can really figure that part out, it's gonna always be a struggle. That's why they can't take care of the kids, brother. That's why they can't show up like they supposed to. That's why it's easy for us to blame women for our issues and our problems, because it's easier to pass the buck than to look yourself in the mirror to figure out, like, man, how do I need to fix me? We scared to be like Michael Jackson. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. We scared of that. You know what I mean? And we want to pass it off on any and everybody that we can. And that's the foundation of the problem. Like, man, it starts with us. Everything starts with the man. And until we stand up and we realize that, to work on ourselves to become better, then it's going to always be a struggle.
I could dig it.
I agree with both of those brothers. I kind of want to expand on what Butter was talking about. So, what we need to do is start staying with our significant others. That's what we need to start doing. So that's what you was talking about, men raising kids. That's what we need to start doing. Social media has made it so easy for us. Before, you had to go to probably a grocery store or a library to meet a girl, but now you could just go online, and you know, social media has made leaving your partner really easy. So what we have to start doing is, instead of leaving our women, we got to start kind of working with the one we already have, working with the ones we chose, rather than leaving them and trying to seek something better so quickly. I'm not saying, you know, if she doing too much, then, you know, you got to do what you got to do. But just she not meeting a specific criteria, you know, you probably could work with her rather than to so quickly leave her. I think that'll improve our circumstances, because it'll put the man in the house, and we'll be raising our kids. So,
What if she busts your head?
if she busts your head, then you probably need to leave.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what if she busts your head? Like, what if, you know?
Me speaking from somebody
so-
got their head bust.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So what you got to say about it?
Man,
Let's hear what my boy got to say.
man, you just, as the man, you know you don't get no payback for this, man. And you be good daddies your whole life, man. Nobody ever tell you did a good job. You doing the right thing. So I think as a lot of men, we always looking for somebody to come tell us, like, hey, you doing a good job. Hey, you doing what you're supposed to do. And like he said, it started with this. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you just got to tell. I know it's hard. Your baby mama crazy. She bust your head. But you can't leave shorty them. You got to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? You got to just take all that in. And it's easier said than done for anybody. But that's what make every household better. When you look at anybody who had that father there, you look at how much he endured and went through, how many bills he paid, how much he took care of. Nobody ever came to him and said, oh man, you the best. Or here you go a tool set or nothing. You just.
So you think that's extremely important to have that,
Because that sacrifice. As the head of the household, he got to make that huge sacrifice. And it's his happiness, majority of his life, but him making that sacrifice changes the dynamic of the whole family tree. That one sacrifice, he gave up his whole life, and now you look back like, damn, Pawpaw did this. Pawpaw, you don't even know. Pawpaw and Grandma, they both made a huge sacrifice to even, for the aunties and the uncles and the cousins to even know each other. And that starts that family tree of making the man a better person from the household, like for real. Like,
I like that, Jamil. I like that because that's important. I like that. Go ahead, Matt.
So you.
I think it starts from here. Oh, I'm sorry. I think it starts from here. I want to commend you guys too for doing an excellent job, because 90% of society now, even our children, we're attracted to what we see. I think if we start setting a better example, doing things like this, brothers start taking accountability for their action and start letting people view more positive results, because to me, success is sexy. I want to be a part of people growing. And I think the more we be accountable as men, and more show society that, I think the change starts with us. That's just my personal opinion.
I kind of agree with everything everybody said. But I want to make this point. Before I talk about, obviously we know these men out here aren't like we are, So when you come from a single mother household, you get one-sided love, right? Which means you turn into a female. Because what happens is when a mother is a single mother, her natural state is to nurture her baby, right? But without a father being there, what happens is he gets no discipline. He only gets nurturing, right? She probably pay his phone bill, buy his clothes, probably bought him his first car. He get out of jail. She bonded him out. Every time he get into some bullshit, she tell him, baby, it's going to be all right. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, the father will let you bump your ass to show you what not to do next time. And that's where the balance come in at when it comes to a man being in the household. Because if you a boy and you just say something this simple, you walking down the street, you, your lady, and y'all baby, your boy fall. The first thing she gonna do is to reach for him. Baby, you okay? Us as men, let him alone. Let him get up.
Good, let him
You see what I'm saying? No, that's the balance between. So now he gets those man traits, but when you don't have a man around, all you used to is being coddled, right? So now you growing up in the dating market. You're 17, 18 now. And it's a bunch of y'all like that with no daddies, right? You have these men that look at women like, you ain't gonna bring nothing to the table? I saw my mama cook, clean, work, buy me clothes, pay my phone, pay her car note, pay her insurance. She did all that every day and didn't complain. And you can't give me nothing? You see what I'm saying? So now they don't have the mind state to be a provider because they never had discipline. They never been given those rules in which a father brings along.
They would never set
You see what I'm saying?
Never set for them.
And then on top of that, you have the women. You got to be accountable for the fact that the women allows this kind of shit because men do what women want, right? So this is the reason why we have these jazzy ass niggas with tight clothes, dyed fingertips and all this shit because the women like it. They okay in this shit. You see what I'm saying? With purses and shit, we didn't wear that shit. You name me one, and here's my thing, right? I have nothing against a man to get manicures and shit, the shiny shit. I don't get that shit. I don't personally. That's not my thing. But you can't name another alpha, powerful man in another group, race-wise, that get their fingernails painted. This is our culture type shit. We were targeted to emasculate the men and masculate women. You see what I'm saying? And the plan that was put in place a long time ago is working. And because I say that because the women complain about the men, but they raising the men, the very men they wouldn't date. Next time y'all meet a woman who has she's a single mother with a boy. Look at him. He damn near look gay. She treat him so good. He has no masculine traits, right? Just think about it. You don't know too many women, and I'm not talking about your hood women. I'm talking about your women who got good jobs, good neighborhoods. Look at their son. They keep their son away from shit they need to be knowing. And so they grow up 16, 17, and they don't even want to speak sometimes. They be so damn nervous, and they raising the very men that they say, I don't want. You see what I'm saying? And then on the flip side of that, the masculine man is being erased. Because, and I'm gonna make this point and I'm gonna move on. A woman says she want a God-fearing man, right? Right? You have to honor and obey.
You heard him?
You know what I'm saying? Those are just some of the few things that I just want to point out, right? Because those seem like two critical things that I really don't see a lot happening, And what that means is this. If you gave me the space to be your leader, which is the head of the household, a lot of times I'm gonna make decisions that you ain't gonna agree with,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's
most
what's best for us.
Yeah.
And are you lady enough to understand that and let me handle it rather than your ego? And that's my goes to my next question. How do y'all feel about successful women, and what was your experience with them?
Oh
They're
man,
the worst ones.
I ain't experienced it. Okay, when it comes to stuff like that, we was just talking about the little things. Me and my friend, we was just talking about how simple it is to please a man. When it comes to successful women, I don't really think they understand that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they understand that because they too busy pleasing themselves. Like I was just telling Silky Mac, I know a lot of women that want to be pleased when they are the pleasure. You see what I'm saying? So it's the little things that a person can do. Even if you is successful, I ain't gonna knock a woman going out and getting hers. I ain't got nothing to say about that. But I'm getting it too. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting it too. We getting it. Now what? Now what? I was just teaching my little cousin them about their very essence and nature of a woman. When I come in, I'm damn, ain't nothing in the oven. Come on, baby. Take my shoes. See, that's how I get treated when I come home. I come home and it's somebody there to take my shoes off. She ain't got no job. Bath water ready though. You know what I'm saying? Kids put to bed. You ain't have to be successful to do those things. When you have a man that's out there getting that, those little things mean something to him. We do not care about how much money you make. That's not important to us. And no matter how much we preach that to y'all, no matter how much we tell y'all what we like, y'all too busy thinking of yourselves. And that's not to bash women. I just want them to be together. Right now, when we first started this conversation, we said, man, about the men have to be in the house. Well, let's talk about the toxicity of getting in that house. What is really going on? Why are we not there? Because women have gotten away from themselves right now. Women acting like men acting like women. And that's just not going to work. So I need for these men to be men. I need for these women to be women. Understand that. Learn how to do that. Sometimes y'all can even teach each other. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes.
I mean, well, that's really how it's supposed to be because, you know, we got big homies. You know what I'm saying? Our big homies showed us the way. Mm-hmm. I don't think the women got big homies. Like the girls, you know what I'm saying? They big homies. You know, I think it's like a, you know, I really can't speak for them, but I think it's more of a competition thing, man. I want to say because it's like when I speak to women, I'm like, where your friends at? I don't fuck with bitches. They keep up too much shit. But so how the fuck you expect me to deal with it? Like if you can't deal with your own kind, you know, like yeah, I don't get that. You know, that's how hard it is for us, you know. So so what you think, Tim?
I encourage every man, especially everybody at this table, to get Dr. Miles Monroe book, The Purpose and Power of Men. I want to read something from it too because it's lined up with what you just said, right? He says, are traditional roles to be totally abandoned? If so, what will replace them? Many men have unanswered questions such as these. Is a man still supposed to be the breadwinner and a protector? We talk about that all the time. Today, the woman goes out and makes her own bread and says she doesn't need protection. A man isn't sure what he's supposed to do for a woman anymore. Is a man still the leader and the authority in the home? This isn't clear anymore. The woman says, you're not my authority. I'm not a slave. I make my own money and my own decisions. I do what I want to. I'll call you when I'm ready for you. A man doesn't know how he's supposed to relate to a woman any longer. Should a man still show chivalry? Should he open the door for a woman, escort her, pay for her meal on a date, and so on? A man will pull out a chair for a woman and she'll say, that's all right, I got it. Thank you very much. But I'll pull my own chair out. Sometimes a man will open the door for a woman, she'll be offended. Do you think I'm crippled? She'll demand. If a woman walks into a room and a man stands up out of respect, she might look at him like, is he crazy? A man isn't sure if he should be nice to a woman anymore. And last one. Is a man still the defender of his family, property, and country? More women are entering law enforcement and the armed forces are carrying guns. Some men don't know how to react to these changes. A woman walks into the house with her uniform on and her husband is scared to say hello. He'll jump up and say, Sergeant. Many men are thinking, she really doesn't require me to protect her. Men don't know if women need them anymore. And that's all true in today's society. Now,
Absolutely.
for the successful women, I think it depends on the background about how they were raised. Cause I've ran into some, and I had one that was a real good one. I wasn't ready for her, cause I was too busy loose in the streets doing it. You know, I got all like, man, I'm out here. Ooh,
Man,
like,
I lost one too.
you know,
God damn.
but the good thing about that, Maul, is this: we can recognize that we had it, and it was our fault that we actually lost it without blaming them.
I ain't met one like her.
You see what I'm saying?
I was 17. I ain't found one
Man,
like her since.
and therefore, because like I stated, God made the man first, and He gave him the job to have dominion, subdue the earth, replenish it. That's what we're supposed to do. That was the first thing God told man to do, and then He gave him the woman. So we are the one, and you always say that, like everybody be telling me, all that traditional stuff ain't what it is. It ain't traditional. It's the foundation to how the world was created. We're supposed to be the ones to do the work.
Absolutely. But here's the thing, right? And I just want to comment briefly on it real fast. The thing about it is this: we know the traditional roles, right? We and these are, you know, obviously masculine men like myself. We know the roles, and we'll have a problem fulfilling that role.
Exactly.
Right. The problem is the women today are trying to convince us that they're not the women of yesterday. That's fine. Okay. So if you want to be different, the solution I would think of is like this. Granddaddy paid all the bills, grandma took care of the house. So since you're not like grandma, right, you're able to work, you're making just as much money as I am.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you helping me?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you're not like my grandma, you should be like, okay, I love you, but I'm not like my grandma. I can bring some shit to the table. I can help my man. You feel what I'm saying? Because and be a team.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because my thing is this, right? I feel like the love today is conditional. You know, and it's like, and it's like, it's like a what can you do for me type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I have to lease a female. Because as long as it's good, she gonna be there. But when it's gone, she gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, yeah. What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like at the end of the day, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let you speak. Go ahead. Man. Go ahead. I'm getting ahead of myself. I got different questions. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
But
go ahead.
It's the truth though.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, if that's the narrative, then we should be a team. You shouldn't require me to do everything if you're not going to do what your role is supposed to be. And you created this role for yourself.
No, it's
that's
conditional.
Not the role.
You want to do it when it helps you.
And that ain't the role that you.
Well, yeah, that
like,
was
no,
that was my next question. So go ahead. We'll just dive in it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So that therefore, then if that's the role that you play and you're gonna show up in that manner, then we gotta be a team, or it's not gonna ever work. We're gonna always clash because now you think you're on the same level as me. And that could never be.
Well,
You
see,
both
here
bringing in 10.
right.
I'm spending 8. You just pocketing 10s. Damn, I'm just rent, everything paid. I'm doing everything. I don't got no problem with it. But like, we should be meeting something. We ain't got no extra business going on. Nothing. You just spending your $10,000 every week.
And you ain't taking care of the house like
you
you're
ain't
supposed to
doing
either.
nothing. I'm taking care of everything.
Well, that's what I was trying to
So
say
like,
because
where's the? I can go live by myself. Why are you even here? Because I don't need you to wash, cook, and I can do all that. I don't need that. So I really I don't even need no buns. I can just jack off and I'm cool and go to sleep. So really, it's like, what you here for? Like, because you ain't trying to go half. You ain't trying to get no business. You're not trying to elevate. You're not trying to grow with me. You holding me back because you're an extra bill. At this point, you one of my kids.
well, that's what it is, and that's what I wanted to say. Like it's like and that's why we talked about the being able to obey, right? When you talk about this, it's like when you ask a woman, what do you bring to the table? All I'm simply asking is, how can you make me better as a person? Because if I'm not going to be better, then why even do it? You know?
Exactly.
So it's really not a perfect answer to that question. It's you being a woman and figuring out, okay, where can I fit in his life? Because a real woman knows the more I pour into him and he becomes better, I'm going to be a result of that.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
And it seems like women don't understand it. They seem like they're more into using than to understand, okay, I got a nigga with a plan. You know what I'm saying? Let me stand behind this nigga. Let me help him, you feel me, get to the top.
Let's elevate
You know what I'm saying? And let's elevate together. Like, I feel like this, right? Because I've never actually had a woman that didn't want to help me on the bills, honestly. Up until maybe, under 21, because they was always 17, 18, some shit like that. So obviously they didn't have no money. I paid the bills then. But once I got to a certain age, like 25, 26, and started dating, those women had shit going on.
But how would you feel if she said, no, I'm not giving you nothing on it?
Well,
And you love her.
Wait a minute.
You love
no.
her.
I would
had
never
somebody
trip
help-
because I was already doing it before I met them. When I got to that age, I met a woman who said, okay, we moving together. I got half. She told me that. I didn't even have to ask. She found the crib. I was at work. She went and put the crib. I didn't even know how the crib looked till we signed the lease. I walked in. When I let her do all that shit. That's what she wanted to do. I was shit, let's get a crib.
Wow.
I sent her the bread. She found the crib, put the money down. I gave her my half. And we was, you know what I'm saying? But she was in the medical field. Like, I've never been with a bum ass chick. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how that shit
No,
works.
I'm not saying it, but I'm saying her the same. She making the same bag, $150 a year, $200, whatever. But she just, no, I'm not doing it. I'm keeping my dust.
Right,
You
that-
do all that.
right, but
See,
see,
that right there is my problem.
That's what
I don't
I'm
need
tripping
the
on
money.
because
I'm
soon
not
as
giving
she
it to
said
you.
that,
Like,
y'all saw how I looked. I said, damn, he had a woman that helped him. Like, I'm trying to
Yeah.
tell you,
because
Joe.
when she tell you like, no, I'm
I
not
don't know
doing
what
it.
that
Now
look
I'm
like.
feeling like if I get in a jam, you ain't got my back.
Well,
And that's how I'm looking at it. Like, I don't want to be with you. I can be
I got a
alone.
question. So, if what y'all saying is true, and then Buddy earlier you said we don't care about what women what women make. Why do we not care what women make? You know what I'm saying? If they're answering your question earlier.
No, this
you
on for the women who ain't doing the other stuff that you need. If she doing everything, make you happy all around the crib and got everything else on lock, then I mean, you got it depends on you feel me what you like at that point. But
Right,
I'm
see-
saying she ain't doing nothing and she ain't paying.
Well,
it's like
what I mean when I said that, when I say stuff like that, it's a sincere meaning to it. But I don't care what you make because I'm like a man that likes to be pleased. So I look for a woman that compliments me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I'm looking for that woman that could help, like Maul say, me do the things that I can do. Sometimes that might be financial.
That's what I was looking for.
You see what I'm saying?
Like, why would that not be financial?
Sometimes that might be financial because we got to do what we got to do. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm starting to see a lot of is the understanding of value. Like, what is a good man to him? You see what I'm saying? What is valuable to them? They really confused when it come to that. They don't know when it's like, damn, you wouldn't know a good thing if it smacked you in the face. You see what I'm saying? And that's what they and of course they mothers. This is generations of mistakes.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? That's been going on for a very long time, and that has completely gotten out of control to where you see what you see now. They don't even know how to take care of men, even if they wanted to.
I agree. I wanted to say something to.
we don't get that excuse though. Not to cut you off, bro, but we don't get that excuse. Don't no men know how to be a man.
We don't and that's what I be talking about, Jamel. We have to stop getting away from that. As a man,
I don't want the excuse. I'm just saying like
no,
let's just call it even. No excuses.
I get
period.
what you're saying, but I see this a lot to where I see men feel that way, like how you're talking. Like they feel this way because it became unbearable. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you ain't gonna give me no act right. But like I always tell men and I always tell women, we're different species. We supposed to feel.
But I'm coming home. I'm paying all the bills, and she toxic. So what? Why I'm coming home? I'm confused. I can go live by myself. She can get out.
You gonna grow out of that.
Man, she gotta go.
The
Trust, you're
foundation,
gonna
the
grow out of that.
foundation to that is
you're gonna
the
grow out of
foundation to that is choice, though. You know what I'm saying? It's
Well,
about-
like I told you before, Tim, what if all the choices is bad?
It's on you.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
just
saying. That's what
The
accountability.
dating
come in
pool got piss in
No.
it. What you want me to do?
at. Found another pool.
Get out the
But
pool.
all the
Yeah.
listen, but Tim,
Can I
all
ask
the
a
pool.
question real quick?
Go ahead.
Back show of hands, when I'm paying attention to, who all single at this table? Not single, but live alone.
Look,
Yeah, and this was me too. I live alone too. Own house, great job. I think I'm a great catch. But the difference, how I was raised, like me and you was talking, I was raised in a
Two-parent
home.
household.
So
My
was I.
grandparents was parents. That's the only thing I see. I know how to receive love, but I also know how to give
Give it.
Like he said though, and my patience is short. You feel me? I know my value. In order to be valued, you have to go where value is valued at. You
Right.
feel me? And it's just a lot of shit I ain't finna tolerate. I'm not finna struggle. I'm not even finna compromise my peace.
Yep.
Well, I
and
think
that's what I was-
I
go
think
ahead.
I think at the end of the day, we understand that women want a man that makes her life easier. Honestly, right?
Right. Good.
But
Well said.
the problem is they don't think that we want the same thing.
Right.
That part.
And that's the problem.
Yeah,
That's
so
the
it's
problem.
like
You know what
you
I'm saying?
supposed to do X, Y, and Z. No, you don't get nothing. in
Okay, you hear
return.
that, ladies?
And so
you hear that,
and
ladies?
So I want to say this, right?
You can't come
And
home
so-
and get no neck, but you come on pay the
When
bill.
when you this type of man,
Makes
right?
sense.
When they talk about a man that's spiritually healed, mentally healed, physically healed, right? You got to understand that that man is happy with himself, right? So to be in his space, you have to bring value, or otherwise
More
ain't
happiness.
no. It's like, why do this shit? And I'll say this, right? I just want to give a little quote that I came up on my own, right? In order for a relationship to work, this is what women and men got to understand. I am a man, she's a woman. In order for this to work, you have to do what I tell you to do.
Thank you.
And in return, I'm going to do what you ask me to do. Does that make sense?
They ain't gonna like that.
No, but now listen, and I got to break it down because, and what I mean by that is this, and I'm only solely talking about a man who's healed spiritually, mentally, physically, who you know how they be on Pop the Balloon. I want a man that knows where he going. If he know where he going, this is what you have to be prepared for.
Oh yeah,
I know where I'm going, baby.
He the captain
And
of the
you
ship.
have to do what I tell you to do.
Yeah.
And in return, I'm going to do what you ask me to do. When you ask me, take out the garbage. When you ask me, pay the bills. When you ask me, take me on dates. When you ask me, I need flowers. When you ask me, I need a car note paid. All these things you ask me to do, I will do if you do what I tell you to do.
I told you.
And
what I'm
that's
saying?
that's a form of teamwork though, for real.
Right.
But
But
see-
see,
but see,
you have to
Because if you do
understand.
what I tell you, what I'm telling you to do, you helping me the way that I need you to help me.
Exactly.
But-
Especially if you
and-
heal in all the areas
Right.
we talked about.
But see, they'll take it the wrong way and say, what you mean I tell you? What I mean by this, if I got a plan
Even
and
though
I
they
put
beg.
you in that plan,
This
I
I'm
need you to
telling
do this.
Yeah, but then that's
I just need you to do
Yeah.
that. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah.
But
Just
see,
do that.
But see, look, Matt, I agree with what you're saying, right? But look at it like this. This is how women are going to perceive that. Like, this is how they're going to feel. You heard what he said. He said, you got to do what I tell you to do. And then when it's reversed, it's I'm going to do what you ask
That's
me to
exactly
do.
what I was about to speak on.
So-
but I'm
so-
glad you brought that up.
So yeah, so it's a difference to that. But remember what I was telling y'all that day at the table.
It's a
Yeah, a
difference, but
woman
it's really the
should be
same
with a
thing,
man
man.
that she's
It
willing
really
to do.
is.
It's a
When, that's exactly what I was about to say.
What?
I was
Not to
taking
cut you
words
off,
out
my
of my
fault,
mouth.
but it ain't. It's a difference, but it's really the same thing.
It's really the same
It's
thing.
like-
but at the end of the day,
it comes with the honor and obey. That's what the message. That's why
And
it's
you the
really,
man.
Yeah, and that's why
You
because
feel
I'm
me?
the man, and that's what they gonna be like.
But check it out. See what he said and how you put it. Like it's the same. See how you said it's
Yeah.
the same thing. And see that's the
They're
problem.
not gonna take it like that.
No, that's the problem because we're not the same. He shouldn't. It shouldn't be that. All he needs. Listen. This is what women care about because they're emotional. They don't care about accent. That's not where the space that they're coming from. They want you to care about how they feel. You see what I'm saying? And right that brought a bad feeling. See, a man wants a woman to do what they're told.
Which
And
makes sense.
a woman, she wants a man to care about how she feels.
But guess what? Women say, I want a man to lead me. That means I'm telling you what to do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You gotta be willing to follow.
But listen,
I'm the
though.
captain of this ship. Just
Exactly.
listen,
But
baby.
you gotta, but it's a fine line because a lot of women got a lot of bum ass niggas that ain't going nowhere. So they'll fight against what I just said. I'm talking about when you got a man going somewhere. A man that's on his shit like niggas at this table.
The right man
You
for
feel what
you.
I'm saying? Like niggas that got shit going on, it's like, okay, baby, I need you to do this because I'm building something. Like I'm not saying we finna rob a bank or we finna scam some checks and no dumb shit. I'm on some real shit. So since
got a
you want to
plan,
be
I'm
a
showing
part
you.
of this circle, I need you to do this for me. You feel me? And when this plan play out and everything go right, you reap the benefits.
But Mac, hear me out. But when it comes to these women, what's most important to them is caring about how they feel.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So when you care, like say you do something and she just don't like it, that's a feeling that you have given her, and that's something that
Regardless
you have
if
to.
it made more sense.
Even
than
if
what
it
she
made
thought.
more sense, it ain't how you do it. It ain't what you say, is how you do it.
But if we naturally leaders, right? Leaders, protectors, and all that. And it's just me personally. I don't care how you feel. I care about you getting better. My daddy never cared how I feel.
You did what made
That's how
sense.
we was
He
raised.
get, that's, see,
He
And
did
that's
what
why
made
we're in a
sense.
different
See what
world
it
right
is?
now.
That's the disconnection right there.
Society is so messed up now.
Yeah.
Like Tim said, tradition is important. It's evidence in traditions. My parents been married 55 years. My dad ain't never gave a fuck how my mama feel. It's true. He gave a fuck about paying the bills, taking care of us,
Wouldn't matter.
and making sure his wife was straight.
But
And a direct result of that, they've been married 55 years. She ain't never had to work. She's living comfortable, and he still take care of her.
But all I'm saying is I'm just speaking from how these women feel. Like this is what they saying. They care about these things. Like that happened a long time ago. Times is different
We
now.
realistic,
Why?
we emotional.
Why
Okay.
is it different?
Okay, so
Go ahead.
I disagree with a lot of stuff that's just been said. I just was never able to get a word in.
Okay.
So, where do I start? I want to start with where you was talking about. So what you was talking about was religion set up the household to be where the man is the leader. That's if you believe in religion. I'm an atheist, so I don't even really believe in it. So
Well, I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. But I got you though. Go ahead.
So that's if you believe in that. The masculinity that we're talking about right now, it was set up in a time that wasn't now. So it was set up in a time where women were pretty much property, or they couldn't work on their own, or do these type of things. So yeah, at that point in time, it was assigned to the men as being the protector and provider and what have you. Times have changed. This is 2025.
Okay.
Feel me?
I got that.
So a motherfucker need to come with their shit. Is
I
what
got
you're saying.
that.
Basically.
Yeah. I agree with you.
I feel you.
And going to your point, this is another thing I disagree with. Well, I don't really disagree with you, but you said if females want you to care about their feelings, you're supposed to, and that goes against what you're saying, and I know that. But you're supposed to, because that's one of the things that, as a lead, if you look up what a leader is, the traits of a leader, that is what a trait of a leader is. You're supposed to
I
care
agree.
about what it is that you're
The people that
significant-
you're leading.
Exactly.
But I
You're
think
supposed
when
to
he
care about it.
said that though, he's speaking on what makes sense. Like if with your decision makes more sense, but it's gonna go against her or hurt her feelings, then that's just, your feelings just gonna have to be hurt.
Yeah,
baby.
I think
this,
that's what he was
This
saying.
I
makes
agree.
more sense for the
I
household
agree
and
with
for
that. I agree
us.
with that as well.
Like you might not like this. Oh, you want
And
me
that's
to,
why I said in
you
the
want me to
beginning,
come
yeah.
home? No, I'm finna stay and work double overtime. I'm finna make 88 an hour. I'm sorry,
'Cause
baby.
I
I
can't
can't
be
be
there.
there.
Right,
but-
your feelings gonna be hurt. I need this.
But hear me out. When I say care about your feelings, that's a different thing. Like caring about your feelings. Like say you do something, and I don't like what you doing. You know what I'm saying? But I care about your feelings. So that means I'm not fit to turn around and change what I'm gonna do because of your feelings. I just care
Right, that's
about
what
it.
he was saying. The
To
same
where
thing.
to the
Right.
point to where I might be like I might be able to do it different.
But
I
that-
might
but
be
that's
able
what
to
I'm
do it
saying.
more.
But that's cool. We can try
better.
to compromise and figure it
It
out.
ain't even
but
compromising. It's just caring about how somebody feels. You know what I'm saying?
And see me, I'm the type of person that is like, because I understand there's a balance, right? When it comes to masculine and feminine energy, right? One can't work without the other. That's why they was made for us. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be even balance. And so, I don't know how to say this, but sometimes you have to save women from themselves, if this makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm gonna tell you, and this is from personal experience, that I've literally had to I knew better, right? But
you try to leave
but I had to let the ship sink just to make her wrong. You see what I'm saying? It's just sad.
Y'all know
that
what we're
it
talking
had to
about.
go. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've been there, baby. I know where we going. If we go this route, it's gonna be trouble. And she, you know what I'm saying?
I get it.
And I'm
I
like,
hear you.
I gave in and I knew better.
I hear you.
And I just had to prove a point. And I hate it had to be like that.
So Silk, that's what you saying,
I
right?
had
You
a
like,
similar
like
experience.
not to do that.
I go off evidence. 55 years is evidence. 61 years is evidence. I don't care what you heard, what's going on.
The proof is in the pudding.
ain't
My
broke, don't
nigga.
fix
Me and my dad,
My
I left
nigga.
when I was 16, because I didn't respect what he was saying. Guess who fell off and who didn't?
You fell off in your daddy did.
The evidence. So that's what I'm going off of. The evidence. I need some concrete evidence. The direct result of me got back in play, following what he said. We still bump heads. Me and him bump heads. Him and my mother bump heads. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. It's one boss in that house, and that's him.
Oh, I agree with that. I agree with that. The man
You don't
should
like
be
that?
the
Go
leader
get
of
your
the
own
household.
house.
But I also agree with a man has to know how to lead.
Right. Right.
Absolutely. He got to
Right.
know how to lead, but
Yeah.
also it has to be a dynamic where it's you have to have a woman that's able to be led, you know?
To able to
Because
be led,
and that's why I asked the question about how do you feel with the dynamic of dating a woman who's successful? Because like I feel like for a dynamic to work, y'all have to be on the same page. You know, y'all don't have to have the same character, but y'all have to have the same vision. Because if y'all have the same vision, that will give your relationship purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because love has never been enough to keep a relationship. Most people, and I'm just to prove my point, most people divorce once the kids grow up, which means their purpose was that together for the kids. Now it's no purpose. You see what I'm saying?
I'm really ready to be happy for real now.
Right. You feel me? So most relationships, they divorce when the kids are grown and gone. So like the purpose of it is okay.
They eating them up, I know. Because I disagree with that.
Why?
Go ahead.
The reason why I disagree with that, like for me, I think that's all you need.
Love?
That's it.
No, love die
That
out.
is it. And if that is not
no,
all
no,
you
I
need,
think- I don't know what
I
you
don't
talking
know,
about.
man.
I'm just
I can't
saying.
agree with that.
I never
I'm
know
just
saw
saying.
that
Definitely
love,
need
but
money.
I
You
do
don't
feel
need
like that
money.
could be true.
You
I
understand?
just feel like
Love
but
ain't
coming
never
from
been
that
I
real.
just saw that
Because-
love.
I bet some girls. I bet some girls like, thank you. I can hear them in the
Because
internet
think
world
about it,
right
you
now.
gotta focus. Because you change as a person as you grow older and older. If your woman really love you, she gonna change
That's
whatever
right,
you
boy.
want.
Ain't nothing perfect.
But yeah, but see, the thing about it is when you talk to people that have been in relationships for 40, 50 years, they'll tell you it's been times they feel out of love with each other. They just found some way to get back. But you know what? It
That had
used-
to been love though. They wasn't in love, but the
They feel
feeling.
out of love, but you
Yeah,
still
That
love
feeling,
but-
yeah,
but
that feeling
when
of
you
love.
got-
I'm gonna find a way to make it work again. We gonna figure
Right,
it
it
out.
usually be the people that got too much shit to split up. When we done built too much together,
so they stay together.
Exactly.
They keep their shit,
Let's
but they
figure this
feel
shit
back
out.
in love
Okay, you
later
feel what I'm
on,
saying?
It
We-
make more sense for us. To
Exactly. It don't make no sense to split all this shit
But
up.
when you're doing that, that's a logical woman. These women ain't thinking logical. They thinking with their emotions.
But-
At that point, she thinking logical. Okay, hold on, wait. I'm gonna go catch 9 more bodies. Split the business up. Half of it. Hold on, wait. Let me just. They don't even make sense for a second. You know what I'm saying? I go get back with him. He ain't even hit me that hard. You know what I'm saying? I get over it. You know what I'm saying?
hit me that hard.
God damn, where they come from?
At the end of the day, though, it still go
What
back.
you
I
got to
really
say,
like
though?
him, Joe.
And it comes from, like you said, somebody being healed, somebody leading you in the right direction. And I think that's what, and love has a lot to do with it. Don't get me wrong. As men, we leaders, we supposed to make a decision, not just for us,
The tough decision.
for the ladies, for the children. So if you've been consistently making a right decision, and I'm seeing you change the quality of my life, it's gonna be hard for me to leave you.
Yeah, it is.
And me, you know what? Men are more
Even when you
loyal
fall out of
anyway.
love.
Even when
You
you
know,
fall out of love,
men,
you like,
men,
damn,
men,
but-
men are way
Man,
more
I can't
loyal.
let that go.
you
You
taking
got
care of me better than I'm taking care of myself.
you fell out of love. But you damn, she
Hey,
loyal.
but
she
let me
do
let me
X,
let me
Y,
ask y'all
Z, you
this:
know what?
y'all ever thought you didn't love somebody but you did?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean when I say that love is all you need.
How do you know when you really love somebody?
Hey,
What do you
you're
do?
you're gonna know. Let that girl that did everything right for you, but you just wasn't
Fucked it up.
physically attracted to her in that way.
Oh, you
anymore.
love no girl.
You
You
see what I'm
17.
saying?
You been talking about her.
Yeah.
30 years.
Hey,
Like I'm talking about. I
I
don't
actually was 19.
like I done seen the woman leave a man, and that break. I'm talking about incompatibility to like when I lost my son. I'm talking about buku tears. Couldn't
You talking about a
imagine
man?
a man. I didn't witness this. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
We definitely
like, that's
love
how,
harder.
Like when you really love somebody, sometimes you don't even realize it.
check it out. This gives me a perfect opportunity to answer your original question. So your original question was, just to remind everybody who listening, what success or failures have you had with a successful woman? I had a relationship with a successful woman, and it was one of the best relationships I ever had.
Yeah.
I fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? On some young
We
shit,
usually
dumb
do.
shit.
That's we all three got that in common.
Yeah, we all got
You know
that
what
in
I'm saying?
common.
Like we just, I just agreed to the same.
I tried to
thing.
double back, the nigga done took off the market. She married
She
like a
popped
motherfucker.
off, married,
Yeah, she
another
got
state.
4 kids. He
Yeah.
popped
But
up
then
back to back. He,
all of it go back to choice though, because like what you said, Mal. If you got a man that's healed, you know, he's on the spiritual power. He got a plan for his life. You know, then according to who you are, based off of how you choose, is going to be how your relationship is going to end up anyway. So that's solely on you. Because if it don't work for you, then why you gonna stay there?
So what is he supposed to do if he got all that? He got everything going on for himself, but he still don't know how to lead. Because just because you got all this going on, don't make you
You don't
a
know who
leader.
you are.
Absolutely,
You don't know what
you're
your purpose
absolutely
is
correct.
either.
But you got everything going. You got
That don't mean
got
that you
the
know what your
career.
purpose is, and that you know what you're here for.
So
Most people don't
absolutely
even know what their
correct,
gift is.
Yeah.
So how?
So-
This about the man taking accountability for the men watching. What do he do? How do he find his purpose?
That's
My
a good,
opinion.
That's a good question.
You got to see God for that. He's the only person that can reveal it to
That
you.
was a great question.
Well, you know what? I think
I would say be spontaneous. Just try shit, man. Because a lot of people, I think that's the issue with
But
a
I'm
lot
speaking
of men.
on being a leader though. I got my career already. I'm already getting money. I can get any chick.
If
You can
but
be
I-
good at a
I'm-
million
no, no,
things,
no,
but
no,
that
no.
don't mean
No.
that that's
But
your
where do I
gift
learn how to
be
lead?
able to
I
do it.
disagree. If you a man getting money, you automatically know how to lead. You might not just necessarily know how to lead a relationship, but you definitely got leadership skills. You have to have leadership skills to be
To
successful.
be successful.
You have to, and I'm not saying to the highest level, but at some degree, if you are successful, chances are you've been around
Just keep-
successful people. You know what
It's
I'm
just
saying?
in you at that
So,
point.
but you might not necessarily be great in the area where you know how to lead a relationship if you never saw a healthy relationship.
but that's what I'm
You know, you
speaking
can't
on. So
just
where do
pick
he
this
get
shit
that
out the
from?
sky. You got to see it. You got to see what auntie and uncle went through, granddaddy and grandma.
And at
mama
30,
and daddy.
35,
You know
where
what
do
I'm
a man
saying?
get that from? At 30, 35, where he get that from? He never was no 2-parent household. All the chicks he been with been bops. He didn't hit him. His baby mama ain't nothing. What?
Man, I guess
You got to be willing to
At
fix
this
yourself
point-
though, because if that's
That's
the
usually
problem.
niggas with tattoos on their face.
But that's what I'm saying. But look, man. If
I'm
that's the
speaking
problem,
to the
right?
people in my crowd. That's
But
what I'm trying to
this is
figure
what I'm
out. Like,
saying. If that's the problem, right? Then if you struggling with that, then you struggling with your identity. Niggas be out here having identity crisis, bro. Like for real. You can have all the examples in the world of what a good man is around you, but you don't look at him like that because you don't see him in that way. You don't see him in that way. Most of the niggas that's your age and that's young like you, they won't listen to what we talking about. They won't listen to us, and we done survived that. We actually
to
survived
beat the
street.
odds.
this shit, right?
Well,
you feel me?
And niggas don't want to hear nothing we talking about. They don't want to hear that from us. Oh, nigga, you a poopa. Go ahead, man. You clowning, man. You gassing shit up. Like, I don't want to hear that, bro. You
Nigga,
ain't
let
know
me
nothing.
let me
'Cause
teach you how to
they-
make it to C40.
Man,
nigga.
destruction is all they know. It's all they see.
I'm gonna tell you something, Mel.
Hey.
And I
And trends
I'm sorry.
that's popular, that's what they want to follow.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I was
I don't
on-
let me
think
tell
you
you
teach
something.
love. You
and
gotta
then,
see
and
it
then
from
I
somewhere,
know
though,
he
man.
gonna disagree with it.
Who, me?
Yeah, I know you're gonna disagree
Okay.
with it because you're atheist. But what but what I see, and a lot of people have, like a lot of y'all younger people, y'all think y'all have control over what happens in your life.
And you don't.
and you don't.
You do got control over what happens.
No,
in
you
your
don't.
life.
As far as what, though? As far as what you
I'm
mean?
gonna put it like this.
What you mean by
Atheists not gonna believe
I'm
that.
gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this.
I don't
I agree,
believe
brother.
it.
I'm gonna put it like this.
So what you mean by that?
You can work as hard as you can, right, to make something out of yourself. You're doing everything right.
Yep.
But it never happens until God allowed the time to come.
Yep. You don't have control over what
I would
happens.
say this. The reason why I don't agree with that is because I feel like, and this is just coming from a man who had multiple businesses and tried. See, I'm not like the average nigga. Y'all know me. I didn't try everything under the sun, right? And I feel like if you consistent with anything, it'll eventually work. Honestly,
You just ain't
feel
put
like,
in enough work. When ain't your time yet.
Right? But that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, you can look at it from that standpoint. I'm not saying it's not, because I believe God got a lot to do with, a lot of things in my life. He obviously got a different point. So I'm in the middle with it. So y'all believers, he's not a believer, but I don't believe in Jesus, but I believe in God. So I'm in the middle of both of y'all, right?
Well, you
But it's
believe
so-
in Jesus then.
It definitely comes with all. It's definitely come with God and hard work, because that's the only way anything happens. The only reason all them businesses and everything you did is successful because you put in the work and God wanted you to have that.
But see, this
That
is
was
what I'm
it.
saying. I have evidence. I've been shot 3 times.
Why you still here?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, motherfucker.
No,
You
that's what
feel
I'm
me?
saying. You ain't had no control over that.
No, certain things.
Okay,
certain
let
things.
me-
But your future as a successful person, I think if you work hard enough, eventually it'll happen.
Most people don't even really know what success
Now,
is.
here's the
There's
thing.
so many different versions of success.
But listen,
Most people
though,
do not know what
here's-
success is.
here's what I will say.
I'm just speaking on being
What I will
comfortable
say
as
is
a
this:
man,
you're
though.
not in control over your health. That's one thing you're not in control of.
Yeah.
Okay, motherfucker die any minute.
You can be the healthiest
wait a
motherfucker
minute.
on your
And pass
healthiest
out.
days.
Yes.
You sick
So
enough to die.
certain
Talking to a health-
situations,
But
I
I'm
do
just- when I
believe
say
that
something
God
success,
steps
it's
in.
Wait a minute,
strictly
Mac.
on some just being comfortable, able to take care of your whole household. If you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to do, you go out of town. Whatever you want, just being comfortable. You don't got to be no millionaire, whatever.
Exactly.
But I'm comfortable. I can do what I want to do. My car, my crib. I go out of town. I got jewelry. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And I tell you this, even though I just made that statement that I feel like my heart, because I've been doing what I do 30 years, and I feel like I put in enough work and I should be where I'm at, but I still thank God, because it could be worse.
Well,
You feel what I'm saying?
go ahead, Silk.
Because I know one thing for sure. God can turn it around.
Yeah,
I just know
absolutely.
from personal experience.
Absolutely.
You know how I know, my story from personal experience.
Yes, indeed.
I just had it up. Was in a car accident and had a bankroll sold. Say, you know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact, God is a jealous God. God to do whatever He need to do to let you know. I'm
humble
responsible.
you.
I don't
To
believe
humble
that.
No.
you,
He gonna
for
let you know
sure.
this. I'm responsible for your success
your
and not
question
you.
Absolutely.
I
coming
gave
on
it to
their
you. I take it away.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe that?
No, I don't believe
If that
that.
was true, then why did the child molester? What dude's name was hung himself in jail? Steve Epstein or something? What his name was?
Yeah, Epstein.
Why was he so successful? He in the end he killed himself, but the
Because-
guards killed him. Somebody, whatever happened. I don't know.
Well, I mean, regardless of what he did with his personal life, he still did what he needed to do to be successful. That ain't got shit to do with one another. Like,
He
I
was
mean,
successful is my
we
point.
are in a land of the free, right?
Right.
So here's the thing: when you talk about the spiritual,
success is.
right?
So what is your opinion?
I'm speaking.
Next one. All right, go for it.
I'm speaking financially. When you're successful
Yeah,
financially,
okay.
we all know at this table, and we can all agree that the biggest success is your health. I don't give a damn
yeah.
what you got.
Yeah.
If you ain't got no health, that's like the biggest success. But as far as your financial status, I really don't believe God got nothing to do with that. I believe God give you the talent to get to make it successful.
'Cause we got El
But you
Chapo.
still-
You got something to do with it.
No.
We got
He
El
give he.
Chapo.
I definitely believe that you get
We
your
got
talent.
Pete Diddy,
So
you know
tell
what
me
I'm
it's
saying?
100%
What are we
God.
talking
No,
about?
I'm
It's
saying
almost
I
like
believe
all these
that
financially successful people.
Okay, tell.
Yeah.
I
All
believe
them
that you
motherfuckers
are
fucked up and in
blessed.
jail and they ain't enjoying the success that they
They
had.
not
Well,
enjoying-
well,
some
those
of them
were
is,
choices
we
that
don't
they
know
made.
about.
Bro,
But it's also niggas in jail. If you judging success off finance, this niggas in jail doing a number, making more money than niggas out here.
But guess
making
what
a
though?
bankroll.
And I want to say this: there are way more talented niggas that's not owned than there are niggas that's owned.
Well,
Absolutely.
So you can't say that God is in charge of your success.
Well,
He is in charge of the
Well, tell-
talent that you get to
Hold on.
be successful.
tell that to
It's
somebody
up to
that
you.
just hit the lotto. Tell that to them.
That's luck.
That's luck.
Well, you know, I'm a
You know what I'm saying?
I don't-
That's
to me,
luck. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
so,
I believe it's luck,
I'm just
too.
giving y'all a point
I
about
just feel like
finance.
it's your time.
You know what I'm
Who
saying?
determines success with
Because if that's the
finance?
case, I feel like the
what a
casino
lot
is
of
luck. I
people
go
do.
in there
A lot
sometimes
of people do.
and I just get the feeling like,
If it's your day, it's your
I
day.
just get the feeling it ain't no luck, or like I get the feeling like, you know what, put a dub on 20. 20 come right in. It ain't no luck. I felt that. Like I knew to do that.
It happens,
and if I
though.
don't do it, I'd be like, damn, I knew to do that. I literally.
See, Jamel, that's why I say.
Sometimes we just don't.
That's
like,
why.
that ain't no luck, man. It's somebody else telling me this.
That's
man.
why I tell y'all have listen. You don't have a control over what happens. Only thing you have control over is what you do when it happens.
Absolutely.
That's
You
it.
know, the reason why y'all, speak like that is because y'all in a society where you can be who you want to be, right?
You wouldn't feel
And
like
y'all
that in Africa?
y'all don't see the other side where there's kids they barely can eat and barely got shoes and motherfucking barely got food to eat. You feel what I'm saying?
about it.
So where's the God for them?
Exactly.
I'm just being honest. Like we gotta ask the question. Now I believe in God.
He just
but
don't like
these
them? He just don't like them?
these
I
are
don't know.
these are the two problems I have. I feel like everybody should have an equal chance if God loves us all. That's how I feel. And I have a problem with kids growing up in fucked up circumstances. And my number one pet peeve, bro, is handicapped people. Like people that were born handicapped. They didn't even have a chance, bro. That's fucked up. And that shit, Joe, that shit breaks my heart when I see handicapped, like people be in a chair like this. That shit breaks my fucking heart, bro.
Let me tell you about it. It's a movie. I'm gonna send it to you too. It's a movie that came out. You know, I had went through a horrible experience, so I know exactly where my friend coming from. But it was a movie that came out, and in the movie, the child was abducted and killed. Okay, that's what happened to him. He was a great parent. He went off one day. Somebody came and took the baby, raped and killed the baby. That goes to talk about the innocence that you're talking about. And so God came back.
The Shack.
Yeah. So God
The book is
came.
better than the
Shack?
movie.
Yeah, it's called The
book is better
Shack.
than the movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
And
did I
in the
never see
movie,
this?
God came back in all forms: the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
Okay. And this is what I got, and I was like, "Ooh, I gotta tell everybody about this movie." But he was questioning God. He was angry at God. He was talking to all three entities, right? Which is all the same person.
Okay.
If you really know.
Amazing.
What I understand. You know, I was gonna go down.
Come on,
You know what I'm
brother.
saying? But what God ended up doing. And I immediately clicked and understood because you got to be a believer to even perceive it.
Okay.
And what had happened was God showed him his daughter.
He led him to where her body was at.
Not that part. I'm talking about when he
body
showed
was
her
at- oh.
when he showed her
found
in heaven
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
And the happiness.
You don't think that was just a movie? I want to ask you a question.
No,
right?
it wasn't.
that's
just a movie.
happy?
That's
Let me
the
ask you a
truth.
question, right? Because this is very interesting, right? Because I'm halfway with you and I'm halfway with them, right? What made you become an atheist?
Nobody knows my history here. So I grew up in the church. So I always, you know, I was taught the same things you guys were taught, but I ended up going to college and taking a course called the Historical Jesus, and it made you look. The class made you look at you know, the Bible. It dissected the Bible.
Was Jesus black?
It didn't say whether Jesus.
He
was
is.
black or
But go ahead.
not. Sure, he is. Sure.
No, go ahead. I'm just
But
asking.
Jesus was
Because they
real.
don't teach us that.
Jesus was a real person.
He was.
Come
a-
on, I'm
He was a
listening
real
to you.
person.
Jesus. Listen.
I'm listening to you.
Let me help.
No, let him do his thing though, brother, because I
Yeah,
want to
go
hear
ahead.
this.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
The story okay. So it's I don't really want to go through the whole thing. So let me shorten it up. I don't want to go through everything. Let me shorten it up. So I have a question that I ask really everybody who is Christians that like want to know why it is I'm an atheist. So I asked this question, and the question goes like this: If God knows everything, right? He knows the past, the future, and the present, right? He knows everything, right? So he knows the future.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going down a path and you have a choice to go left or right, right? Mm-hmm. If God says that you're going to go left, can you go right?
Yeah, you can.
Why could you?
Because he gives us.
He
all
gave us free will.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So if God knows the future, then he didn't know. He didn't just know that, because he predicted that you was gonna go left.
He knew you was gonna go left. He
You
knew
just
was gonna
said
right.
that. You just said that
He know the way that you gonna go.
He knows.
Exactly.
He knows. Even when you choose the way that you want to choose, he
He
know
knew
that
you
you're
was
gonna
gonna
do
choose
that.
it.
Exactly
He's
my
saying
point.
this like he wanted you to go left, but God
Now,
knows that
hold on.
you're
Let
not
me
going
get
left. He
let me
knows
get
you're
his
gonna go
point.
right.
Let me get his point.
My point is that the question is a question that reveals that there is no God to me, right? Either choice reveals that there is no God. So if you go left, right, it proves that what? It proves that you have no free will, which is exactly what you just said. So how is there a heaven and hell that you're supposed to go to if you have no free will throughout your whole life?
If you go left, why that prove that you don't have free will?
I just because he already knows what you're doing. He
So
knows
basically, what he's saying is
your whole
he
life is
directing
mapped
your
out.
path anyway. So why would you go to hell if your direction is solely on God?
Well, no, that's what he's saying. He's
That's
saying
what he's
that
saying.
how is it free will when God
know
knew
the
it?
choice.
When
'Cause you
God
still
knows
get
the
to
choice.
choose which way you
because
wanna
it's
go.
your because it's
How?
because it's
He
still-
already knew. Can
But
I
it's
can I
still
pick
your
this up and
choice.
drop it without God knowing? He knew I was gonna do that, right? So I
Right.
didn't. Did I have a free will to do it? No. He knew I was gonna do it.
No, it's not
But
his
how does
So
that-
he must have told you to pick it up and drop it then if he knew you was gonna
If he
do it.
if he
how
told
does
me to
him
pick it up
knowing
and drop it,
something
then he
affect
told me to
your
make the
free
left.
will?
Then I don't have free will.
Me,
Why?
me knowing
You
that
can
you
choose
is-
not to pick it up.
How could I
I
choose
think-
not
I
to
think-
pick
I
it up?
think-
Just like you chose to pick it up.
All right.
free
So
will.
I
if
think
I
think
choose
that's
not
an
to pick it up,
ongoing. I think that's an ongoing
It is.
debate. Final question of the day, right?
Okay.
Are
I'll tell you 6 o'clock.
right? Okay. Are delusional standards keeping women single?
Absolutely.
Let me read something right quick from that book.
Oh my God.
It ain't religious. It ain't religious. It's just,
Absolutely.
I want you to hear what he's saying. I want you to hear what he's saying because man, like it's
man. That is
so
funny.
he says traditional male roles once gave men continuity and balance from generation to generation. Today, men are questioning who they are and what roles they play in life on the surface. They may be following customary life pursuits such as work, marrying, and having a family. Yet they are in uncertainty about what it means to be a man. And so now, because the women, he said it's about delusion too.
No.
Go ahead, y'all answer. I'm gonna find it,
Go
though, 'cause I
ahead.
wanna read
Give me
it.
your answer. Start with you, brother. Go ahead. Kick it off.
Oh, yes.
Are delusional standards keeping women single?
Yes, like absolutely.
Tell me how you feel
You
about
know,
that.
I mean, it's just so simple. They live in their own head. They put
social media.
Yeah, I mean, you got to always understand that how emotional they are. They put their emotions before anything. Taking care of you, taking care of them kids. It's always about how they feel. That's what creates the delusion. That's why they the way that they are, because that's their very essence. You see what I'm saying? That's why I told you before. What's most important to them is caring about how they feel, because that's what they are. They are a big body of emotions. You figure that out, you might actually get you a wife. You see what I'm saying? It be that simple. Yes, they're delusional. Yes, they will put that, because that's just how they are. They're going to put everything, you know this to be a fact. They're going to put everything, everything in the back burner of how they feel. You see what I'm saying? So if you care about that, you understand that that's going to help you be able to deal with them. You see what I'm saying? Yes, they delusional. And yes, that's their problem in their state right now. They can't get beside, they can't get around themselves. They are pleasers of themselves when they are the pleasure. I tell women all the time, all y'all think about is y'all self. Don't you know that when men,
You
that's
don't
what
think
we,
you need to please your woman though?
Yeah, I'm going to please her after she please me.
After she please.
Yes, after she please me. She has
So that goes under the category you do what I tell you and I'm gonna do what you
yeah,
ask.
like it's very
But it's
simple
not a
though.
fair exchange.
It's very simple though, because they're the pleasure. They are our pleasure. You see what I'm saying?
For working hard.
And you going off of the Bible. I'm assuming.
No, I'm going off of just.
Well, I feel
my
like he's saying
male
this.
instinct.
I work my ass off and I pay the bills. I deserve you. You feel me? I deserve to have a bad bitch.
I don't.
You my
I
pleasure.
think it's
Yeah,
some.
but
I
okay,
think
but
it's
what about
some
the
men
niggas who living on,
that shouldn't even think about a
on
woman.
71st and they rent 900. They like, I mean, at that,
I mean,
you
hey,
don't
okay,
really
so-
deserve nothing. Nigga. You
Wait, what was your question?
You ain't
Okay,
being nothing.
What was the question?
Cause I'm saying
the question-
he handling the bills, but he don't deserve nothing.
The
nigga.
question was, are delusional standards keeping women single? And what are those standards? in your opinion?
You want to wait 10? Because I'm
Go ahead.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
shit. Okay, so they just not too long ago, and I know everybody at this table heard about this shit. They just released like a list of places you're not supposed to take women to for first date.
Oh
Type of
man,
shit.
that was insane.
So I have to be real.
Cheesecake
I haven't really been
Factory
in a
Fridays.
dating, you know what I'm saying, scene. But if this shit is real, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all probably know more than me. If this shit is real, yes, absolutely. These women is super fucking delusional. You should be able to take a woman for an ice cream date, a coffee date, some shit like that, in order to get to know them. You know why? Because if you do some shit like that, a man can't hide behind his money, and a woman can't hide behind her. You know what I'm saying? If she's a gold digger-ishness, whatever the fuck it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But see that survey, that's the problem. See,
It is.
That's what I'm talking
absolutely a
about.
fucking
They are
problem.
completely into themselves. You see what I'm saying? When they are it, y'all are pleasure. How can you
I don't
be so
understand
nice?
what you mean by
Oh,
our
what-
pleasure.
what-
We pleasure
go
too,
ahead.
shit.
I'm
pleasure.
Listen,
Shit.
hey, Butter.
When
Not
I'm fucking
like
with a girl, I'm pleasure. I know.
I get that, but come on, let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Come on, like just keep it real. You are not the same. Your pleasure with a woman, your experience with her is not the same with her experience with you.
What
You
you
see what
got
I'm
to
saying?
say?
But I don't know, also the list he was talking about. As far as that list, though, I think that don't even apply with like scrub niggas. Cause I have never had no girl tell me we ain't going. Wherever I say how we go, she just happy to be around me. I think when you like, I think when she knows she the catcher, you like, you lucky to even have me type nigga. Then she go, no, I want to go to STK. I want to go to. Hey, look, we finna go get this 2 for $25. You finna sit right here and we finna talk. That's it.
Now, see, I definitely agree with what he said.
It's off who you is.
But
Like
my
she's-
position is this. This is how I am, right? I've been successful for a long time. So I done been a lot of places. So when I go out on dates, I probably do spend too much money on a date. But I'm going for me, and she just with me. I want to go there. I've never been there. You want to go out on a date? Fuck it, I'll
But that
take
ain't
you
the
with
thing.
me.
The thing is
You
this:
feel
will
what I'm-
she still go with you to Applebee's? If you like, no, I want
No.
Applebee's. I want Olive Garden because that was on the list. You like Olive Garden? I want Olive Garden. See, no, I don't eat that.
No,
Hey, hold on, wait.
No, she would definitely go to Olive Garden with me and anywhere I want to go. But what I'm just saying is, you know, when I meet somebody new and they want to go out on a date, it's like shit. I want to try new shit with them, so I may be overspending, you know. But I'm not thinking about the money or trying to hit. I'm going for my experience.
bonds.
But hypothetically
Lies, the
speaking,
bonds is playing a part.
you don't want to go on a date. Because I meet a lot of chicks I ain't home. I just want to vibe with you. Let's go for a walk.
That's
Let's go
cool
get
Exactly.
too.
you.
No,
Exactly.
nothing
You know
wrong
what I'm
with
saying?
that.
That's what you need.
It's
No,
nothing wrong with that.
But it's a lot of women from that delusional standard. Back to your question, when you say that, I just want, nigga, what you think? We ain't finna go no cold stone to get no ice cream. No, take me to
Now you
hey,
know what you're dealing with.
Hey, hold on,
Exactly.
wait.
And
Damn, we
guess
can't
what?
just
And
chill
guess what though?
with you
Those
broke or
are the
something.
ones
Hey,
that
no,
get.
I'm good. I
Those
just
one
wanted
what?
to go get ice cream.
Those
with
are
you.
the ones that get
You
hit
can't
and
even-
you move around.
You can't
Like,
even tell all
okay,
that.
so in his instance, if she say, yeah, you ain't taking me to Applebee's, no shit, like, okay, I understand where her mind stayed at now. So now I'm gonna take you where you want so I can get some. I mean, the little $200-$300 date for me ain't shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about that shit.
It is
At
what
that
it is.
point,
You
I'm-
feel me?
at that point, it's an investment to the bonds.
90% of
Right,
women,
right.
90% of the women look at us, man, not as successful builders, like what they can get at you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure,
know what I'm
for
saying?
sure. So what do you think?
And that's the delusional part. Like my homie put up this post on Facebook the other day. The chick say a woman says that any man that wants to take her on a date must first pay a $500 fee.
Amazing.
Man, if that ain't delusional,
Who the fuck said that?
You ain't see the NBA players doing it. That's what I'm
But
saying.
that-
The scrub niggas is what
some
changed
people
the factors.
set no
So,
standards for things like that to happen. But that's also to me a weak-minded man.
niggas
though.
is sending
Like,
girls $5K just to
and
what's your
for
number.
what?
Give me your
You know what
number.
I'm saying? 'Cause
$5.
you got
know
the
what?
money, so you just gonna blow it and throw it away because you don't
You know
care
why?
about that.
And,
Like,
and-
like,
and
get
I
laid.
want to talk about that because here's the thing. The niggas that do that kind of shit are the men that don't respect money. They don't work hard, bro. They usually be drug dealers or they usually be scammers or they usually be, niggas in sports or YouTube niggas. They don't really work hard for that shit, man. Them hoopers getting overcompensated, bro. The bummest nigga in the league make more than Jordan made. You feel? In today's time. So they don't really
you
respect.
fucking serious?
Yes, motherfucker. The league minimum is high as the motherfucker.
probably
Jordan
like
only got
$600.
paid his last 2 years, but that's another subject. But at the end of the day, there are men out here that just make money to buy pussy. You see what I'm saying? And usually be a fat nigga, a ugly nigga.
So can we
maybe
say
a
that
short
we
nigga.
kind of created that standard in that dynamic?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
we created that because if a girl wouldn't try you if she didn't get away with it.
Exactly.
But it still goes what I'm saying with certain type of niggas, because like when you get the top, the IG famous girl, she got 70,000 likes. She get around me, all that she tell you, she ain't gonna say none of that to me. We
I
both hit
feel
her,
that,
and
but-
now I get around you, like, yeah, she told you 500. What?
But
She
see
charged
that.
you?
But see that's the
I hit her
dynamic.
in the car. I ain't even know
Right,
she even.
but that's
You feel me?
But
And
see,
that's why
that's
it's different
that's
strokes for me.
it's
It ain't
no,
like
it's
that.
it's levels to
Everybody
this
not-
shit.
everybody
and
not
all it
handsome,
is,
Jamel.
all it is clout.
Not being handsome is character.
No,
when
it's
you know who you is, man, and how you show up.
it's character, but it's also about clout. If a bitch feel like you, if you more glowed up than her, she'll act right. If she feel like she more glowed up than you, she gonna treat you.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just that simple. If she feel like you more glowed up than her, she gon' just like the women that be charging, just say they'll charge you $500 for some ass. You think if she met Drake, she'd tell him $500?
Not even that.
Hell no.
In predicaments
she
like
gonna
that.
try to
In predicaments
you-
like that.
whatever for nothing.
10,000.
You feel
right
me?
Now.
No, predicaments like that shit. You know, I usually charge 5. You cute. Just give me 100. Take your sleeve. You know, get on my buns. I'm cool.
Yeah, I just
He
think
on the
this.
barbarian
I
ass
think
for real.
right.
It must be real fucked up out here in the day.
No, it
I'm
definitely
not even
is.
gonna
And the
lie.
reason why I asked that
I'ma let y'all
about
know.
the delusional standards is because
I'm out every
a lot of
weekend.
women talk about the old 90s love, but they don't know how to give the shit. You know what I'm saying?
ain't
They don't
someone.
and I say that because it's like the masculine man is getting erased. You know, they when they see a masculine man, they call us controlling. They say we do too much. Why you this? Why you that? He try no, like if I know, like
All the old niggas act like that.
But I'm saying that's
all the old
that's
grand,
because
all the
we-
old granddaddies act like
because
that.
we was raised around niggas that kept ordering shit,
Yeah.
and we didn't deal
was-
with the women that act like they act today. They wasn't acting like that. You gotta mind you, me, him, Trey, him. Nigga, we grew up around women where they didn't wear all makeup and all that shit. Only the trainees wore that shit.
But like even
No,
think about it.
we grew up around natural women.
Even think
Only
about
thing
what
they
they
had
had.
was a little T-bars cut.
I
You
want my
feel
woman.
me?
I like a natural woman.
You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We didn't grow up around all this fake shit, and the women
I do not like
attitudes.
that.
They wasn't telling you, oh, you had to take me to Cheesecake Factory and all that shit.
You
A walk in the park was good enough then. Ice cream.
Because they was
good
all
enough
about
then.
getting you. Like they
Since I
trying
watched grandma cook
to give you
every
what
day
you
of the
want.
week for my whole life for 10 heads. Cook every day. I never remember that she didn't cook.
Have you ever seen
Real
the day her
meals,
and
no.
granddaddy was
I
arguing?
was just gonna
Real
say that.
men
never
It was-
argue.
It was a real man in the house.
Well,
That's
well,
why.
so this had a dynamic with my grandfather was Puerto Rican, right?
Okay.
So when he came home from work, the food was already cooked.
Real food.
And
everything
nobody
from
bothered
scratch.
this nigga. He came in, took a
Wrestling.
shower, got the food out the goddamn stove, went in the front room, had his Marlboros, he smoked a square, eat his food. Nobody talked to this
He
nigga.
watching wrestling.
Nobody. He's the only motherfucker in the front room all day.
You can't even
All
sit on
day.
the couch.
We didn't even understand what the fuck he was talking about. We didn't understand because he had a little, accent, Puerto Rican accent. So my grandma the only motherfucker understood this nigga.
Say the language. You know how to talk.
No, I don't know. So obviously Javante just had a fight with Roach, man. Hey, look, it went the distance. I couldn't believe it.
Which
I
it
thought-
don't usually do.
He made
I
us.
thought he was gonna knock the nigga out.
He
So
made
who
us
won?
look
Who
bad.
won? Who
He
won?
made us
It
look
was a-
bad.
it was a- it was
Andy
a tie.
Davis.
That's what
he
they
made
said.
you look bad.
That's what they said.
No,
But
we know who won.
But who won?
Hey, he
Roach.
Javante hit the floor.
Roach won. He talking about
Who won?
I got
Who
gel
won,
in my
Doc?
eyes.
No, I think
man, so
though.
stupid,
Listen,
man.
when you,
That's what he
when
said.
I-
He said
when-
I
He
had
said,
gel in my
man, I
eyes.
just got my hat there.
Yeah,
The gel was running down my face.
But
and I couldn't see
But
it.
That
in
was
all
some nigga
honesty,
shit.
though, in the middle of the fight, he was one. Because I'm like, what's this? I'm like, this nigga high or something?
Who won
Because he
you?
put his head out the ring like this, like right in my face. I'm like, this nigga off X. I swear to God, I said
He
it.
did.
I'm
But
like,
he ain't had no punches and
Listen,
bleeding
no,
or
no,
nothing
he
in his
don't.
face.
he had a Mac Mall in his hair. You heard what he said. Something to
That
He was saying though, like his eyes was burning. He didn't want to get stole off. Now it's over with. He get caught. It's over with.
So he lost.
No, it was a draw.
Man,
No,
yes,
he
lost.
He lost.
Roach won. He won the whole fight.
It was a draw according to what they said, but
No, I saw the fight.
I did too, the whole thing.
I didn't see it. I watched the whole fight.
What I got from that fight, I believe the officials got it right.
No, sir.
I'm just saying.
It should have been those two
So
sides.
you think it should have been a draw?
I think
No, it should have been a draw,
think
but it should have been
went
Roach
either
way.
Mo,
way.
you must have seen the fight.
Listen,
No, I didn't see it.
That's why you saying that.
Yeah.
That's why he's
Roach
saying that.
won.
Okay.
Look.
Roach beat that
Look,
nigga.
Eric, listen.
And no, look,
He
you
did,
see
man.
the cards? Did you see the official score?
Yeah, I saw the official score.
It should have been
From what I
draw, and Roach. It shouldn't have been draw, Javante.
Right.
It should have been draw, and Roach.
But from
That
what,
nigga whooped Javante.
from what I saw, when you get a draw, what they saying is the fight could have went either way. And from what I saw,
I agree with that.
that's
I'm
what
trying
I
to see
saw.
what
Pops,
fight he
look.
saw.
Javante, look, no, Butter.
couldn't have seen
Butter,
that fight
I-
last night.
This what I'm saying, right? This will make the fight. This will make Roach
I'm
win me.
just saying, that's what I saw.
Javante took a knee. The nigga Roach like, all right, okay, I'm gonna take a knee too. He laughed and take a knee in the middle of the fight. Come on, bro, that right there, he just playing
You
with
took
you.
a knee too?
Yeah, he took a knee like, fuck, you took one, I take one too. That right there, you definitely lost. He like,
What kind of shit was that?
Well, I
I'm gonna go watch the fight, man. I gotta check it out.
This what Davis messed
and he
up
didn't start
at.
fighting until the 10th round.
But he just underestimated that
For
fight.
sure.
Trust me, when they have a rematch,
It take you
No,
10
they said that Roach been sparring with Javante since they've been young.
He used to
so
whoop him.
he know how he fight.
yeah, you know, just
He
you know,
did great. So when the game, when the nigga walked out for the thing, I said, "Hey man, dude, don't nigga usually look sweet when he walk up the tunnel, Buddy ain't look so." I'm like, and dude look like he get right in the ring, decent with it. I'm like, hey,
Listen,
Javante. As soon as the third round finished and Buddy hit him a couple times, he's supposed to like, I got to turn it up now.
I wonder what the odds was on the draw on FanDuel.
I'm just saying.
And you know what's so crazy? I started to choose that and I didn't.
I think the
That right there,
sunshine.
I would have put a
that
high
feeling
25
you-
on
Hey
that
Mo,
motherfucker.
it was like plus. I think it was like
600,
plus.
right?
It might have been a little bit more. I think it's like plus 1,000 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think the sun shined on the dog's ass last night.
No,
I think that boy just had a good night. I think
You don't
if
think he a good boxer?
Yeah, he a good boxer, but I guarantee you, like,
Well, they got to fight again probably like 2 months or something.
and you gonna see.
But his record jagged forever.
Well, we had a good conversation today, fellas. Man, I appreciate y'all. How y'all feel tonight?
We was up in
Man,
there.
we was
Say
lit.
It's always a treat. What?
It's always a treat when real players meet. You dig? Make sure y'all tune in, subscribe, like, share, put a heart in that bitch so we know it's real. Shout out to Undivided, Mark Alonzo, my whole team. You dig? And remember, it don't cost you nothing
To push
your
your
button.
button.
Damn, I missed it.
You dig?